Hey everybody, this is your pal DJ. I just went back playing some video games on Sunday. I want to show you a game that I had for a long time, but I never really made any clips about it. Sherlock Holmes, Crime and Punishment. Let's check it out together. Alright everybody, I am playing in first person. You can also play in third person. I'm gonna go up and talk to the wife of the person that was murdered. So let's check this dialogue system out.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okay, now I'm examining the wife up close. And in a minute I'll be scrolling down, clicking on the necklace that she's got on. And you see how it puts the word on the right hand side. These are clues, okay? And then her rosary beads. And her gardening gloves and her gardening book. And as I scroll over, there's one more item. And then it opens more dialogue.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Then I press X and choose pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Now I'm about to enter the crime scene. Dum 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 dum.
What a terrible way to die.
You can also play this game in third person, like I am here. You have to investigate everywhere.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Alright, this is one of the puzzles. You have to make that look like a ship by moving those two pieces like I'm about to do.
Yes, this is a coarse tobacco, quite strong.
In this game, there's more than one place you have to travel to.
Mr. Holmes, can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you. I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
The first color that it should be is blue. Second color it should be is green. Third color should be blue again. The next color should be orange. See, if I picked up the wrong one, you can put the wrong one back. Then I went back and grabbed the orange one, the one it should have been. Okay, then you take one of the colorless agents and pour that in to the beaker. Then you take another orange one then you pour the final beaker in, the clear agent.
Done. Now I can proceed further. Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Sometimes on your investigations, you have to find hidden items. So they give you a special vision that helps you see them. It makes things stand out with words, like so. This is a hidden box that I had to find. To unlock this box, I had to line up the black lines perfectly, and it took a while.